Coming up, we might have the two most dynamic young running QBs in the league today. This should be a good one. Rookie Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll see you again at halftime. But now, time to send it up to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway. Leading rusher amongst QBs in 2018, Lamar Jackson. Good running play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the first. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here I come again.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side,
Tucker now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. They'll be led out by Kyler Murray, the number 1 overall pick in April's draft, and also the Heisman Trophy winner out of Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell. Sack. And that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Sliding out of the pocket. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Murray now on 1st down. Steps away. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, he finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the gun, Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how
through the pick, he learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Well, the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Murray now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going, 8 of 10. It's first down. On first and 10, here's Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what are you going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Murray going to throw. Rolling to his left. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
From the pistol, it's Foster. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's brought down. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now it's Jackson. He's got Snead. Willie Snead all alone. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. And he rifles one incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check 48, the mark. Check.
Now Murray second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. To throw, it's Murray. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's Murray from midfield. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the
great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try and run forward with Foster. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here we go. 18 gainer. I got it. Jim.
Ingram again, a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Devon Kennard. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Jackson, and that's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
To throw is Jackson, throwing again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Wilson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. The 11-time Pro Bowler Larry Fitzgerald still has it. His production did take a dip last year on the heels of 3 straight 1,000-yard campaigns. He's in the back half of his 30s now. What a career it's been. Coming into this year, over 1,300 receptions, 116 of those for touchdowns, and second only to Jerry Rice in career receiving yards. Pretty spectacular. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second and 13. Murray, open man is Kirk, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. They'll run to McKissick. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with the flag. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Pretty quiet. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's our time, guys.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch. And I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. To throw again on second down. Murray will try and set up the screen. It's complete. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, they've all been going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if this popped up in the air,
and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson steps away. He's going to take off with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7-7. It's first and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here on Monday. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
That's how we do, D.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Corey Peters picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll try and run. Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one for him.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. And an alley to run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by B.W. Webb. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
A first down carry for Foster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Back to throw it. Murray on the move to his left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
second down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Cards, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.